right, we are back again. And I said that last time.
She's back.
So some people out there might be wondering, why Angry Steve?
Why?
So
yeah, why?
Well, Angry Steve is a guy that I know. He works as a sound guy at a this bar restaurant near me.
Okay.
And is
he angry?
Oh yeah, he's always angry. And it's like, I don't blame him, because if you're a sound guy, everybody's angry at you for everything. You know, the band's like...
It's his fault.
Yeah, everything's your fault. No matter what's going on, it's your fault. If the band's too loud, it's your fault. So, like, it's no mystery why he's so angry, but he is really angry. And he's also, like, short and bald, so, like, Voltorb just kind of, like, looks like him. And it's just Angry Steve just seems so right.
It sounds pretty perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was short and bald, you know.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to say I'm friends with any short, bald person in particular.
Who's hairy.
Yeah, who's also hairy, but not in the right spots. But,
Clefairy. Super cute. Another cute Pokemon. There's a lot of cute Pokemon.
Yeah, it seems like they either go for cute or cartoony badass.
Yeah.
Those are theirs. Oh no, they have some just bizarre. Like Mr. Mime's just bizarre. Oh yeah, look at that.
So it's bad. Like we can't really see battles coming our way, I think.
Yeah, or the items really.
Yeah. So, but is there anything worthwhile in here?
Nah, probably just some potions or something.
There's no TMs in here, is there?
You know, I'm not sure. Yeah,
there might be.
If
Pokemon.
He's hanging out in the dark.
You know what's funny?
Oh, Cubon's cool in this one.
Yeah, he is. In a world where everybody is
23.
absolutely obsessed.
Oh wait, that's right. Jim Jim's like kind of behind.
Yeah. Ooh, flinch.
What were we saying?
In a world where everybody's absolutely obsessed with Pokemon, in every possible way, there's still the Pokemaniac.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that
just
guy's
that
scary.
much more.
You'd think
he's like insanely obsessed.
Yeah, like you'd think he'd have a Marowak by now if he was a Pokemaniac. You know, that's a little extreme.
He's just that guy that's like, I love animals.
He's like, no, animals are better than people.
That is interesting to think about. Like their world revolves around Pokemon. Like that's it.
Yeah, it's like their jobs are just based around Pokemon.
Everyone.
Yeah.
I love Slowpoke's sprite in this.
Yeah, I do too.
Angry Steve isn't strong enough, right?
Slowpoke's dangerous in the beginning of the game.
Alright.
He's strong.
Oh, the defense is so high.
And he's super defensive, and it's just like he messes you up.
Yeah, I remember him giving me a hard time.
Yeah,
He's
like
so happy
time.
though. Look at that face. It's kind of like a hippo, kind of.
Yeah,
it's kind of what he is. Yeah.
Yeah, or like a little bear.
A little bear
with like a weird tail.
That's the thing. They used to do it. It's so good. It'd be like animal-ish, but very ambiguous. It wouldn't be like
except for Krabby.
Is there any
right and Pidgey?
Is there any Pokemon you guys are hoping to run into in the future?
And to catch?
Yes.
Ooh.
Like realistically.
Onyx, maybe.
Realistically.
Wait a minute. We didn't run into a wild Pokemon yet. Because this might be our next catch. This next Pokemon we run into.
Honestly, a good one might be Seal. If we got a Seal.
Ooh,
but
that's
we already have War Turtle. I mean.
Yeah, but Ice is good too for Dragonite and all the Dragon guys.
And Dewgong is a strong Pokemon.
He is.
What I'm excited for
got rest
is going through the Safari Zone.
Oh, that's going to be very exciting. Execute would be a nice cat.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Now, we already ran into a Geodude, right? So we can't catch him. We just can't
catch him. But that's fine, because it's such a bummer when you can't get to the last form. You know, it's like, we're going to get a Ghastly.
Yeah.
But what do you trade Haunter for a Lickitung? Is that right?
Oh, I know you get something for Lickitung, but I have no idea what it is. I feel like it's like a victory bell or something.
Maybe.
Or a,
For some
weekday
reason,
bell,
I think
maybe.
it's Haunter,
Maybe Haunter.
which would be awesome. Here's our Zubat.
With no eyes.
No eyes, Zubat. Put him to sleep. Didn't affect him.
You know,
Each life.
all the hatred for Zubat just came about just because you run into a bunch of them.
Yeah, and he's like, doesn't give you that much XP.
Why is Crobat such a pain in the ass to get? Because, like, you know how there's, like, the amount it has to like you?
Yeah.
Crobat is, like, unbelievably high.
It has,
I think
it has
that's
something
the
to do
most-
with the nighttime too, doesn't it? Don't you have to like
Is it?
read at a certain time of the day or whatever, or
I don't
evolve at a
know.
certain time of the day or something?
Maybe. But it's such a, like... I'll get a Togetic way before I'll ever get a Crobat.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so you're something.
I'll be, like, favoring the Crobat.
Yeah.
And it just
That's
doesn't
funny.
happen.
And Crobat's like alright. What is
He's a glass cannon.
Yeah.
He's super fast. I think he's faster
he?
than Aerodactyl.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's another one. It's like Aerodactyl. We could get him.
Yeah. We just need
That's
Surf.
a cool Pokemon.
Once
too.
we get... No. We could get... Oh, yeah. Well, we could get the old Amber right now.
Yeah.
But we still need Surf to get to...
What should we name him?
Zubat?
Let's just call him Leech.
Yeah.
Leech? What about, are they birds?
Are bats?
No, yeah, just call him Bird.
Are bats birds, guys?
Bird. So you want to tell the story behind that one?
Yeah, so...
You may have heard of a fella named Sean.
We have this mutual friend, Sean Richmond Morris. And,
He's not named after Richmond, Virginia. It's just that
yeah, it's two uncles.
two uncles, Richard
And Raymond.
and they just combined them.
Yeah.
Is that true?
That is true. Yeah.
I didn't know
They're
that.
both super jealous people, and when Sean's
they
mom
would-
got pregnant,
If
No.
yeah, they
no,
were
it-
like, you need to
Had
name.
they named him Richard, Raymond would have killed Richard.
Yeah.
And had they named him Raymond, Richard would have poisoned Raymond.
It sounds like some book.
Yeah. Either way, so Sean, we're just hanging out all the time because we're friends, and we're sitting on the couch, and we just talk, about whatever. And one day, we're hanging out with him and our friend Dan Kelleher, DK, as we call him, not to be confused with that giant gorilla.
Yeah, no, this is a handsome Dan.
Yeah, Handsome Dan, Dangerous Dan, DK. He's got a lot of names. So we're all hanging out, and we're just talking about whatever, and all of a sudden Sean chimes in, and he's like, "Hey, are bats birds?" And
That'll
Dan and
work.
I are just like looking at him, and Dan's like, "No, they're bats. That's why they call them bats." And he goes, "But they both have wings."
It's like,
And I was like, "Yeah, but butterflies have wings. That doesn't make them birds."
what do you say after you said that?
He goes, "Yeah, but I mean, that's a bug." And I was like, "Yeah, bats aren't birds."
What kind of question is that? That blows my mind.
Anytime we bring it up, he's like, "In hindsight, I realized it wasn't the smartest question."
They have teeth or-
But like, I don't know if I believe him.
they're,
I
like,
think he's just
hairy.
got ripped on so much for it.
Yeah. Oh my. Wow.
That story's gonna come up like at least once on any game we do.
They can kill him.
So
with
this is
confusion,
Bird's
right?
cousin you're
One
killing
KO
right now.
Nah.
You know,
wow.
Jim Jam is a useful member of the team.
I'm really liking. He's taken. You missed that him versus Slowpoke.
Yeah. He beat
Full
him.
health, killed him.
Wow.
I mean, because of Dream Eater. you
Yeah,
know.
but still.
But he started out missing some health.
Yeah.
And he came out of the fight better than he came into it.
Wow. This is
He's fast too. I can't get over how fast he is.
I was wrong. I was all against him because he's ugly and funny looking, and if I want an ugly, funny looking guy, I want it to be Mr. Mime,
Or Sean.
or Sean. But
He's real good. Get ready to say goodbye soon, because I'm getting cocky with him. I can't help it.
Well, he's practically indestructible. He's about to one-hit KO the Oddish, I'm sure.
No, without a doubt.
Maybe, let's see.
I was all like turned on by the. Ooh, wow.
Uh-oh. Turning the tables.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
woke up
right.
immediately.
Yeah, right. Doesn't even
Get out of here.
Woke up immediately. He's like, hold on.
It was just a nap. I feel better now.
Nice.
Yo, Jim Jam is pretty tough. I have to say.
Yeah.
And he's only gonna get. He's still got an evolution.
Ooh, he's gonna one-hit KO this
huh?
fool too.
No, he's not. He didn't even do it to that. It's closer.
Yeah, it's better. Wow.
Not bad. Not
Oddish is
bad.
tough.
Didn't affect him. Oh my god.
Wow, Jim Jam is gonna take out Erica's entire gym.
Oh, he's gonna get so strong.
Yeah, he's gonna be like our anchor.
And the exciting thing is, I have no idea what level he evolves, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't
want
know
it to be
either.
a surprise.
I
I couldn't guess. It could be 45, and I would. All right.
I think it's, my guess is 32.
That's a
That's
a good
really
guess.
high.
That's a good guess.
That's
That's a good
really
that's a high one,
though.
but then you know you're getting a good payout. Like Hypno is
Yeah.
going to be that much stronger.
Yeah.
Don't some Pokemon evolve at like 27 and like things like that?
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like, Pidgeot and all the starters except for Venusaur evolve at level 36.
Is Dragonite 50?
55
Oh my-
is Dragonite.
That's the highest, right?
It's the highest, but I think it's tied with Rhydon is also 55.
Ooh.
That's high.
Yeah.
Rhydon would be a good one to get.
Yeah. Rhydon, you know what sucks about Rhydon is the double weakness to grass and water, which
Yeah.
is super common and good in this game.
Yeah.
And other than that, he'd be like unstoppable.
But Earthquake is such a strong attack, and when you got Stab on top of it, it's like, oh, yes. Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
Give me that quake.
I love putting people to sleep.
It makes it so
in
much
this
easier.
gen. Yeah, because it takes them a whole turn to wake up. Like, they don't wake
Except for
up.
Jim
and
Jam.
attack. Yeah,
Jim Jam's just like, whoop.
He's like, oh, sorry, I dozed off for a second.
He's like, you bore me.
You bore me. It lowers his monocle. I'm going to hypnotize you now.
He's like, now you'll see 100% of my power. My true ability.
How amusing.
Actually, that'd be funny if he had a monocle like the
Yeah, he's
Pokemon.
Pegasus is...
Yeah, I love Pegasus. He's the best fucking character.
He's such a good villain.
Yeah. He's so like eerie, like just like a Yugi boy.
Yu-Gi-Oh was really good with its like Seto Kaiba was such a like that was way better than Gary.
Yeah.
He was just like
Gary is absent. That's what I don't like about Gary. Gary's kind of cool and he's kind of a total badass, but he's just absent, so it doesn't matter.
all right. And
You mean,
James is great, but he's such a goober that you're like
Yeah, I like
I'm not
James.
scared.
Yeah, but he's not a badass either. I like James a lot. Pegasus.
Talk about Gary the Snail, right?
Yeah, goober.
Oh no, is he gonna explode on me? We gotta look out for that.
Nah, this guy doesn't explode. Not yet.
Should I switch out?
Nah. No, mess him up.
Alright.
Mess him up.
I'm just I get scared when they got only one Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, ooh, they've been focusing on this guy.
Nah, he's been focusing on eating chicken sandwiches.
Oh my god, don't even get me started. I love chicken sandwiches so much.
They're
Do you know my obsession with chicken sandwiches?
Oh, I know about your obsession. Look at that. That almost one hit KO.
Yeah.
Jim Jam, get him. James
Yeah.
Loshner.
meter is so strong.
Jimmy Loshner.
Jimmy's on the bed.
The bed. Take him by his hand. His hand. Make him understand. Stand.
Oh,
Something about
good
bread.
song.
Yeah, it's like
about the bread.
baking your mom some bread or something like that.
Bake him some bread.
you guys have to name at least one of your Pokemon Popo. Oh, copy.
That would be good for Jinx. Jinx is just like a.
Yeah,
A female
Mrs. Popo. Yeah.
Mrs. Popo.
Now
Now,
have that like races.
Jinx, I think, is also a trade in Cerulean
Yes.
City, but I don't know who they want.
That's
That
it.
might be Victory Bell.
That might be Victory
What a
Bell.
weird trade.
Oh shit! I wasn't
Yeah.
paying attention.
It's like,
That's
if you
alright.
give me
It's-
Victory Bell, I'll give you a completely different Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon you could never find if you looked a million years.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
only way to
Never
get it
gonna
is by
come
trading
across
with
it.
me. Maybe not Victory Bell. Maybe I keep saying Victory Bell, but I mean Weeping Bell because it'd be kind of crazy if it's Victory Bell. But
Yeah,
they
that
should
would
be.
be
Jinx is good too.
Yeah.
I like
Ice is
Yeah, ice.
really nice in this gen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the
Ice
secret.
is nice, but fire is finer.
But fire is fire.
I'm running out of PPs with Jim Jam.
I got a PP actually.
Running out of peepees.
Yeah. You want to go? You can go during the show.
right here.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is the segment where you.
Oh, I forgot we have the pee bucket.
On stage.
No, I'll go to that.
All right. We'll just have 9 hold down the fort.
That's all right. I'm here. I'm practically Pit. You know.
All right, 9, you're in the hot seat. What is your most embarrassing moment?
In Pokemon or in general?
Either one. Either one.
Oh.
The in general would be much more interesting though.
Oh.
With the Pokemon, it could only go so embarrassing, you know? Like, oh, I wasn't paying attention and I used a move that didn't affect him. I used
My
a
most
ghost
em-
move on
My
it.
most embarrassing I know my most embarrassing moment. For me, because music is such a big part of my life, one of my first shows ever with one of my bands out of high school, we're like 2 songs in, it was going smooth at first, right? We're playing in Poughkeepsie, and in the middle of the song, randomly, I just stopped playing because I completely forgot what was next.
Holy shit. And there was an audience
Yep.
and everything?
And they're all staring.
Oh my god. And you're
They're-
the drummer?
Yep.
Oh shit. That's the worst spot to be in for
That's
that.
the only one that can like.
And I mean, in
Can't
the middle
stop.
of the song, I was like,
Wait, what?
What?
band
You
was
didn't
this?
even just like
Taxi to Alaska when we first started.
Really? That's
Oh
funny.
my
First started.
god.
It was our second show, maybe.
That's funny.
And I was like, so all we did, because it was already like that, we just went to the next song, and no. We finished it, but it was still super awkward, and I started forgetting parts toward the end again.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, next song. And then we just moved on. But it was so embarrassing that I completely just didn't know how to play the rest of the song.
The
Well-
one saving grace to that is like you're that post-hardcore, right?
It was that
Yeah.
round.
So it's like it might have been part of the song.
people don't know,
Yeah.
They don't know. Time signature change, kind of, you know,
Yeah,
like.
just drop off. Kind of thing.
But yeah, it's
Oh, this is the part where they stop for 4 seconds.
Well, here, this will make you feel better.
what?
So, speaking of drummers just like stopping
Yeah.
in the middle of a show, I remember in high school there was this one band. There's lots of bands, obviously, and
Scott's or Pitt's been in a million bands.
yeah, in high
He's
school,
probably in the 30s, right?
Oh yeah, that's not even a joke. In high school alone, I was like the band slut. I was in like half the bands, and there was like 20 bands. And there was a point where there was a battle of the bands at the high school, and I won first and third.
Not second.
And later, I joined the band that won second, like a month later. So I was like all over the place. But there was also like really bad bands that I really didn't associate with because
Okay.
there's enough bands to go around. And this one band, I wish I could remember their name, but they were short-lived. You probably know who I'm talking about, but I don't remember anybody except for the drummer. But the drummer was this giant kid. He was like a couple
Was
grades.
it Sasquatch?
No. He was a couple grades lower than us. And he was just this giant blonde kid. And he was playing the drums in the song, and he just stopped in the middle of the song, and the band started yelling at him. Instead of like playing it off like, let's.
This is part of the song.
Yeah, exactly. And moving on and doing what you should because you're part of the band too,
That would have been so much worse.
So they start yelling at him. They're like, "You can't stop. We said you can't stop during the show." And they were going back and forth, and it was like super awkward. I think it happened again, and then they just stopped and gave up.
That's bad.
Then later I was like, "Yo, that was like really uncomfortable." And the person next to me was like, "Yeah, that drummer kid was the kid that got caught masturbating in the middle of class under the desk." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah." And it turns out it was like true. Like everybody was saying it. Like,
Oh my God.
Is that why he stopped drumming? He was.
He forgot what he was doing. It's like, not only do I have ADHD, but...
Well, it's funny because it's like, I wish you guys could see this kid because it's like, if you're going to be secretly masturbating, you don't want to be like 6'4",
You know, Scott, you're right. That did make me feel better.
Yeah, that could have been you. But instead, you guys
couldn't
played
have
it
been
off
me.
and then...
You played it off fine, and you didn't masturbate in front of him.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
Wow, I wish I gotta find somebody who knows this band that I'm talking about.
Yeah. You gotta have that kid on the show. Hopefully he doesn't start masturbating in front of
Yeah, I'm
us.
just scared.
All right. So my most embarrassing moment, and it's only in hindsight. Like I wasn't embarrassed at the time because I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
But I had this like Magneto action figure, and he had these magnets in his hands. It was really cool. Like you could stick them to like these little metal toy things, and he'd stick to it. But anyway, I was picking my nose with his hand. The booger. No, his hand broke off in my nose.
Really? How hard are you digging?
I must have been digging. Like I was like 4, but I mean, like somebody's got to do it.
Get stuck?
I was digging for gold.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
So his hand broke off and it was in my nose, and I told my mom about it, and she could still see the hand. She could still see the hand. So she tells me like, just like blow real hard out of your nose, go. So I instead take a deep breath and go, and but it sucked way up into my brain.
You're like, it's been lodged there ever since. You have a little hand. You see the X-rays.
Yeah.
Is that why magnets get like flown to your head?
Yeah, that's why I steer clear of refrigerators.
The secret Magneto hand inside your...
Oh, headbutt. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's better
Bradshaw,
than...
I have a funny story to continue off that really quick because you just reminded me of something because you said picking your nose. When I was in like, it might have been like, I don't even know what grade we were in, maybe second, I don't know. Very, very young. So Stella was in my class. Oh, no, it was 5th grade. I was old enough to know better not to pick my nose. So
for the folks at home, Stella is my sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
The beautiful
Bradshaw's sister.
I was picking my nose in the middle of class, and Stella saw it, and she made the dirtiest face. She was like this. I was picking, and she was like, "What?" She like looked away, like, "Ew, bro, he's picking his nose."
Well, that's funny because in that same 5th grade class that I was also in, which was Miss Lucchetti's class.
Oh yeah.
Miss Lucchetti used to always yell at kids when they pick their nose and then make them go wash their hands. And she wouldn't say it was because they were picking their nose, but eventually you figured out when you were looking at Brentley from across the room, you're like, oh my God, he is going to town right now. And then Miss Lucchetti would turn around and be like, Brentley, I've had enough. Go wash your hands. Go wash your hands. And that was like 8 times a day, so it was easy to figure out.
But Brentley was ridiculous because he would go like, this is what he would do. This is what he would do. He would have his hand on his chin.
Don't get me started on Brentley.
No, Brentley, you don't understand.
This is
already graduated from that school.
It's on topic.
Yeah,
It's about picking your nose.
Yeah, no. Keep going.
Brentley would have his hand on his chin, and he would, to pretend he's just like, had his hand on his chin looking at the chalkboard, he would move his pinky slowly toward his nostril. and pick his nose like that. And Mr. Kenny would be like,
Yeah, I'm telling you, he was obsessed with picking his nose. I don't know if it's because he like knew it pissed off the teacher or what.
It's just picking it for attention.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, there was a point where when the tissues of the class were at the front of the class on the chalkboard table.
Yeah.
You know, like the chalkboards have the little tray to hold all the chalk and the eraser and everything.
Yep.
So it's sitting there, and if you needed to blow your nose, you had to walk up there to do it, and throw it out.
Yeah.
So there was this regular contest between Stephen Mills and Brentley of who can get up there and just blow their nose longer and louder and more obnoxious while Mr. Kenny was trying to teach.
Sounds like something Sean would do.
And one would go up and like blow his nose for like really loud and really clearly like he doesn't need to, and he'd wipe it and he'd sit down, and then like literally like seconds later Brentley would get up. And he'd start blowing his nose even louder, even more obnoxious, which is stupid because if he's picking his nose all day, there should be nothing to blow out, you know? So, and Miss Luchetti was just like always yelling at them. She's like, I hate your contest of blowing your noses.
See, that's the big difference between like elementary school and high school, though. Because I remember there was like this badass kid, Billy Slaughter. You know him?
No,
Slaughter.
But like, but like he was one of the punk kids, and he had a booger collection on his desk.
No, underneath?
No, on top.
Oh,
And he was just like doing it like.
No way.
Yeah. But it would be like, because they would clean it off, obviously, after every class. So it'd be like every day there'd be like 5 different boogers, and he'd like,
No way.
you could compare them.
Oh,
But it wasn't like that was like him being bad. That was him being bad.
Yeah, he was
but it
sticking it
wasn't
to the
him
man.
being weird.
yeah.
But it was weird.
It's weird.
No, it's,
Yeah.
it makes sense though. It's a very like punk way to stick it to the man. It's like he's cleaning my
it's a tough guy
To the
move.
desk.
Yeah, it's like it to the
It's
desk.
like, I know I'm not supposed to do this. I'm gonna do it. Whereas
That's wow. That's fun. It's funny, but it's weird at the same time.
Yeah, that is kind of.
I don't know what to make of it. Like,
Yeah, it's a little weird.
yeah, no, it's definitely weird, but it was like entertaining. You know,
Well-
it was a boring class, so I was like, all right. Like I didn't think of anything less of him at the
hilarious.
time, but
How old
now,
were you? Like, what grade was this? You think?
it
Around.
was what was Earth Science?
That was 9th grade.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 9th grade.
So like way older than like you should
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah, no, this is high school.
That's why it was kind of not weird.
Yeah, this is high school. Yeah, like
And we had the other Mr. Brennan, who was kind of cool.
I didn't know there was another.
There was
Mr.
another
Brennan.
one?
Yeah, he was like kind of cool and
He
regular.
was a skinny brother
Yeah.
with very straight eyes, not too lazy.
His eyes were straight. He was a little bit like stout, you know, but like as a teacher would be. And he had white hair.
You want to hear a funny story about the other Mr. Brennan?
Okay.
The
one that we know.
Mr. Brennan.
Mr. Brennan.
As everybody calls him. When I worked at Party Zone, he...
Wait. You're getting in way over your head. You have to explain a lot, because keep in mind, there's an audience at home.
That's
You can't just say party zone.
Yeah, they don't know what Party Zone
So
is.
I used to work at this indoor amusement park family entertainment center called Party
Oh
Zone.
shit.
Oh, are we gonna die? We gotta get out of here.
Don't let the
Yeah.
Flash die.
You're distracting me with your Brennan stories.
I'm sorry. So, Party Zone is, like I said, it's a super fun center, and it was just opening. It was like being built and everything, and people were like applying for jobs and stuff like that. And I was already working there for a long time, even though it wasn't open yet.
Super fun.
And people were coming in.
It was a super fun
It was a super fun center. Like, you could just like get drunk and ride on the bumper cars.
Yeah.
That's the funnest thing ever, and you never get to do that unless you're like in Carnegie.
But that's because you were behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so when we're interviewing like hundreds of people for all sorts of jobs and this and that, and I'm just like helping out.
Right.
I see Mr. Brennan's there, and he's applying for some sort of job. I forget what it was.
History.
No, I think it was like a managerial job.
Okay.
And I went to the guy that owned everything, and I was like, I know that guy. And he was like, really? I was like, well, like, kinda. I was like,
I know who he is.
yeah, I was like, he was like a teacher of some sort at the high school I went to. And he was like, oh, do you like him? I was like, nah, he's really weird. And he just threw out his application.
He wouldn't have been a good fit.
No, I don't think he would have either. It's kind of scary for like kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was funny because he was just like, all right. He's like, that will narrow it down.
It was that easy
well,
for
because
me.
they had just like hundreds of applications, and he was like, oh my god.
Well, he trusted your opinion because you're one of the people there.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
It's like, do you like him? No.
Yeah. I was like, nah, he's kind of weird.
That's funny.
But it's also funny that he was looking for part-time work. Was this like for the
No,
summer?
I don't. I think he didn't work in the school anymore. I think he got
Really?
fired. Yeah, he got laid off.
Oh, shoot. That's even
laid off.
juicier.
I think he got laid off, not fired. I think a lot of people got laid off.
You know, as weird as this person was, he definitely knew his shit though. Like when it came to like.
I never had him. I only heard
Alright,
the stories.
So he sat in on all of my like history classes with Mr. Nathy, who I had in 10th grade.
By the way, Mr. Nathy is the male heartthrob. Not male.
He's a cool guy. He's like a
He's not a male.
Okay, he's a male, but he's the female heartthrob? Or is he a male heartthrob?
How do you say
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Okay,
He's the
girls
heartthrob.
like him, and he's a guy.
Yeah.
And he's a teacher.
He's a he.
But he's also like a cool guy. He would never
He's
do
cool.
it. He's,
Oh, yeah, no.
It's
He's-
just like the girls had crushes on him.
Yeah, they were all like, oh, Mr. Nathy's so intelligent.
Well, he was like one of the only younger guys. He was like in his like
the
30s.
first one.
Oh my god. I don't know if you'll survive.
Oh!
Oh, no.
That was
No,
bad
I
one
never
to
thought
lose
we'd
to.
lose Flash like this.
He doesn't have that defense.
Oh my god, you're right, yeah.
That
Once I saw that, I
really
knew we were
brings
done.
down the mood. All right. Well, anyway, Mr. Nathy, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, no, Mr. Nathy is, like, everybody liked Mr. Nathy, including the guys.
Yeah, I had
It
him.
wasn't
I
just
liked
the
him a
girls.
lot.
Yeah, everybody liked Mr. Nathy. He was just like a charming guy. So what were you gonna say about Mr. Brennan though, in regards to Mr. Nathy? We totally got derailed.
Well, it wasn't a big story. I was just saying that he would sit in. Actually, I have something kind of funny. All right, so it was Mr. Nathy's class.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, Mr. Brennan was just always off to the side. I don't know if he was on break doing paperwork. Whatever.
no,
His desk was always there. He was like,
he was just like a student teacher.
is that what was going on?
Yeah, so he was like, he had to be there, but he wasn't like in charge.
So every day he would come in with a 6-pack of Coca-Cola. For our class, he would finish the whole thing in our class. So I think that he probably drank more than 1 pack a day of a 6-pack of Coca-Cola.
That's like a 45-minute class.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like that's a lot of sugar. Have you seen those diagrams where it shows how
Yeah.
much sugar is in 1 can?
Yeah. And
it's
it's
like-
like triple the next thing that's like a Monster Energy drink or something.
So there was that. I have a couple stories about it. Can I continue?
Yeah.
So, all right, this is my highlight of him. It's so funny to me. So, Mr. Nathy had an overhead up, and we're like studying like whatever picture he had up, and we had to raise our hand and point out things that we saw. And Mr. Brennan gets up there. And he's like, all right, who else has things? You know what I mean? People were raising their hand, and then I didn't say anything because I didn't know what else to say because everyone had input.
Yeah.
So he goes like this. First off, Mr. Brennan has 2 lazy eyes, and all of his fingertips are bent. So he gets really quiet, and he's just, I don't know how to do it because people are listening, but he's pointing, and he's staring, and he was trying to point and stare at me.
I remember this story.
So I'm looking back and forth, and I go, me? He goes, well, who else am I talking to?
For the people at home, Mr. Brennan looks like Mr. Big Head from Rocco's Modern Life. Like he's got.
he looked like the dad from Dinosaurs.
No. No, he looked like a combination of both those things plus the flounder that bullies SpongeBob. Because that was like his body shape was like a tiny head and a real giant body.
And he had like these T-Rex arms that would always rest on his belly, and I swear there was imprints where they go.
He's like, Mr. Brett.
Mr. Brennan. He would always say his own name.
And those bug eyes on either side.
But yeah, that was hilarious.
Really wide mouth.
Yeah, it was like really
Like a frog.
Like you could put a watermelon in there. You know what I mean? Like
You could eat a watermelon in 2 bites.
You just picture like screws on the side of his mouth because it's like a fake mouth. Oh my god.
I wish bite was still a dark move, so this would be wrecking these
Yeah,
slowpokes.
that'd be monstrous.
Scooby-Doo's disabled no more. Oh my god, Mr. Brandon.
Oh, my face hurts from laughing.
Yeah.
I feel like the blood.
I wish we could have, maybe you could do like a little artist visual of what you remember him looking like and we could post it. You know,
I'll do that right now.
I drew
It's on
him.
the screen.
I actually drew him one time on this little personal size like chalkboard.
At Dennis's house, and it was there for like years.
Yeah.
Like 5
And it
years.
looked like him. It looked a lot like him.
It did.
Yeah.
That's what really made me think of the flounder from SpongeBob.
No, that's it. Like, he is like the description: Mr. Big Head plus the dad from Dinosaurs plus the flounder that went to kick SpongeBob.
I forget that guy's name. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Flats.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Flats
Flats.
wants to kick my butt.
Yeah.
He's like,
And she's like, oh, SpongeBob and his culture.
It just means he wants to be a friend.
Yeah, and he's just like,
Flats wants to
right.
kick my butt.
Yeah. That's funny.
Mr. Win. Huh?
All right. I think that even though we're about to be out of the cave, we're going to have to end it
Well, I think
right
this is a battle.
after this battle.
We'll pick it up next time.
All right. We'll see you guys next time on Dragon Ball Z.